All right. Okay. Much better. Hi guys. I hope you are well and blessed. I am so sorry about the delay. You know what happens when you're busy trying to just get things together and then boom, last minute. Lighting is not your friend, okay? But again, we're gonna try and do this as best as we can under the circumstances. Thank you for joining us again. Mr. Banks is here. Let us quickly add him to the live. There we go. Okay. Bam. There we go. Hello.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Just recovering from the flu. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Nah. Okay. But again, hey.
How is everything your side?
Good. Yo, while still people are still coming on, Banks. Do you realize, Uguti, 2 years ago, I think in 2019 it is, you actually sent me a proposal on LinkedIn. I don't know if you remember, or it was just a random chance. You were like very, like, I don't know, you were either hungry, like you've always said in your interviews, or do you actually remember that?
I probably sent to a lot of people. I don't remember, but I know there was this 2019. I was very hungry. I was trying to figure out everything, and I was not getting it, to be honest. So I definitely sent it, and it was part of whatever model I had at that time.
Yeah. So check what happens. Back in 2019, you tried to pitch for me to be your client. 2 years later, with all the success that you've enjoyed, I now have to pitch to you to become one of my speakers, because I was having an event. I'm like, I have to get Banks there. Banks was like, no, it's not happening like that. You want...
No, it was because of... it was because it was easier. Like the first September to November was very busy. I was getting a lot of, like, the schedule was just tight. But if it was happening now, I would make... Yeah.
Nah. Okay, I want us to have a chat. Yeah, I want us to have quite a candid chat, because I'm very interested. I actually feel like I've known you for a while. I guess social media makes it like that, eh? Where it's like we know people forever and ever. We feel like we're somehow connected. But in any case, congratulations on all of your success, all of your achievements, all of the strides you've made, all of the moves you've made, all of the money you've made. It's really amazing just to watch. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you too. I appreciate the platform. I think what you are building is a hub. It's a platform for many entrepreneurs that are going to come out of this. So sometimes we don't see how powerful it's coming, but when you blew up, it's like, when did she start? But this is that platform that generates so many opportunities.
Yeah. How is analytics advertising now? How would you rate yourself as a business in terms of, like, you know, staff, taking care of people, paying salaries, just the human capital aspect of it?
Number one. You know why?
Why?
We are professionals, guys from the same company, the same guys that Deloitte would employ, PwC, Accenture. I'm employing the same guys, paying equivalent to what those guys pay. And I'm coming in, and it's initially was like we're a small business, but we're not a small business, we are medium enterprise. When you compare me with any other business that is coming up right now, do you think any of those businesses pay 40,000 one person?
No.
You see, so that's when you realize there isn't many of these guys who are doing quality work. We're doing professional. And that's why we want management of people. TT100, Department of Science and Innovation, the results were audited by PwC. So they looked at the paying scale, the management staff, and how you interact with, I mean, we're employing engineers, actuarial scientists, data scientists, software engineers. These are guys who are already aware of what they're doing and what their mind can do. And you being able to maintain them, maintain the relationship, maintain the consistency. It means there is a synergy of working together. And that's why we won the management of people. So that was the core of the business. We're in the human-to-human business, and we need to perfect that. And that's what makes us stand out.
Yeah, yeah. How many people do you employ now?
We are 25 in the business, including 3 guys in Kenya, 2 in Zambia. We are growing across Africa, and 20 in the business. Yeah, and we have, I want to say consultant. We have human capital consultant. Daisy have a team of 4 people that I excluded from my 25 people. She consults with us, so she brings one person to our office, and every Friday she also comes. We have an accountant. There are 2 ladies who consult with us. So if we combine consultants, we are looking at a team of 34. Because we have got accountants, we have human capital, and we have external sales team. We have about 6 people in corporates who are helping us with signing deals.
And then the money, how's the money? What is our revenue looking like at this point? In the millions?
Per client or per turnover? I can tell you one corporation.
As a whole, turnover. The whole turnover as a whole.
No, I won't tell you, but what I can say is one corporation, we ain't because we do data science, we build systems, and we also manage the data. There's so much data. So in a month, one company pays us 5 million, and we have 7.
So I must do the math.
And we have our own product. So that's monthly. I'm talking about monthly, $5 monthly.
Sure. So and what is it? So what's in those proposals, Osbalayo, when Talifani?
You see, I've been doing business differently, and that's why, and I'm going to share with you why and how to do it. From the beginning, whatever I was building, including my friends and whoever looked at me, they just thought, this is madness. What are you trying to do? This does not make sense. Where have you ever seen this? But the whole idea, what I've learned in corporate was we are very good in what we're doing. We are very skilled people, but we don't know how to brand ourselves. We don't have brands. The only brands we have is personal brands. But how many companies that were built by Black people that are powerful right now? The one we know is Black Like Me because it's known and it's recognized. We need to build powerful brands that attract. When you have built a brand that is influential, it names its own price. But when you go to the boardroom and you say, no, I will charge you for this, you're already chasing. I mean, the attraction. So what I was building was building attraction from the beginning. Because you remember when I was sending you those proposals and I was sending so many people, it was not working. I had to readjust and change the model. The model that I came up with, I don't chase anybody, people chase me. So if you want me to work on your business model and you are a large corporation, I name my price because you are looking for me, I'm not looking for you. That's what I basically do. So whatever I'm going to write on that presentation, it's just confirming that, remember, it's like now, if if Accenture have to do a strategy for your business, how much would you pay them?
Geez, I don't know. Per month, I'll probably Accenture. I don't know. I mean, it's obviously in the 100,000s per month.
That's too small. So you're looking at around probably 5 million. So that's why you wouldn't go to them. But if they were the people who are running, you'll pay them like $1 up. And what are you getting charged for? The value of the brand. It has nothing to do. You don't even know who's going to work on that strategy. You just find the fact that it's Accenture, it's KPMG, it's McKinsey. So what I was trying to build was to build a company that we know our work. I mean, I've got engineers from vets, tax, and these guys we are smart, we know that. But now we needed to build value to a point that when you go to analytics, you know you're going to find solution. You know, and that's one thing I learned, that in our businesses, Black business, we don't sell value, we sell results. We'll tell you, no, we're going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to talk to Temba, and then you end up charging 10,000. I don't. Same thing that we're going to charge 10,000, I'm going to charge 50. I charge 5,000 for consultation, 1 hour. What am I selling? I'm just being honest. Like, what am I selling on that 5,000? Yes, I know there will be knowledge coming in, but it's value. It's who you are talking to. And I quantify that value into what it is. Obviously, in 2019, I'm probably going to do it for free. But today, if anybody come to my office for strategy or for just a meeting for an hour, that's 5K.
Yeah.
And I can do 5 meetings a day.
How did you build that value? How did you build up to that value?
Yeah, I like what you said, and I have answers to this because I tested it so many. It took me a while to build to build it. And right now, you probably might not realize it now, but there isn't any company from South Africa, small business, whatever, grow into media, that is doing our numbers. They might look nice. So I started, I'm from data science, graduated in statistics, University of Pretoria, 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16. I worked for corporates. I worked for Massmart. Massmart is I was running the macro. But I was a private label. Yeah. Yes, I was a private label analyst. So a private label analyst analyzed the brands that are privately owned by Massmart compared to national brands. And I was seeing millions. I was just seeing millions, 2013, 2014. And that's when I stuck in my head that analytics can be a business because I'm consulting here. But then I moved to Pick n Pay. Pick n Pay, I've built some amazing models. Some of them, you know them, called Smart Shopper. Some of them are called like matching brand match and all of that. So, and then I moved to Grow Hair and AutoZone. So 2016, I was already doing these big things in corporate. But as I was doing this, I wanted to find a way that I can interpret them into a natural way, in our way. So I started doing business 2014, which was 2014, I was not knowing what I was doing. 2015, I partnered with Moonchild, and Moonchild was still coming up, but she was connected to many celebrities. So as I was continuing to apply my model, you know what I was doing was, I wanted to see how I can match her audience with this brand's audience and see if I can create synergy, right? And somehow I managed to close some deals for her. And I managed to close for other artists as well. As I'm talking about partnership with Puma, Adidas, what. And these were in the hundreds of thousands in the what. But I was still working. Yeah. And I'm doing this as I'm working as after weekends. And 2016, I'm realizing that this can be turned to a business because I can actually sell my analytics, whether to advertising or to whatever, but whatever I'm doing in analytics to match brands and to monetize, it's working. So when I opened 2017, I was already having a profile of 2 to 3 years of helping artists who are already big and now helping other small business that needed some insights to close deals and whatever. So I was starting to be known as a person who makes you money, the bank, Mr. Banks. I was starting to be known as that. So 2017, I was already recognized in media, but media was not my attention because I had already figured it out. There's no money. There's no money here. People take nice pictures, but I'm the one who's closing their money, you see. Then I said, I need to start it as a full business, but part of what I'm going to do campaigns, but the whole business is to do what I was doing at Massmart and Pick n Pay, which is using data to make decisions for business, whether it's internally or it's to create campaigns. 2017, hardest year ever for me. I'm not used to be chasing. I'm not used to be asking. Now I have to come out of my mathematics and start learning. And hardest year, but I managed to figure it out in 2017 because that's when I realized that businesses need data to make decisions. And they don't just need data, but they want the right data. They want to understand what customers are doing that they can now employ. They want to, for banks example, they want to understand if we give you 20,000 now, what are you going to do? And those are the campaigns they want to run. If we give you 20,000, what are you going to do? Customers start saying, no, I will renovate my house. I will do this. I will do that. But as you are doing that, you are telling the business or the bank what other product they should sell you. That's when next time when you go to a bank, you find that there's a new program called whatever, 20,000 for renovation or something. Those are the models that are still building because of data. But to answer your question, working with artists made me realize how important it is to build attraction, because artists, you will never hear an artist calling you and say, book me. They build attraction for you to book them, and you book them as if you need them. I mean, what if we don't find them? Right now, if you say you want to book Black Coffee, you might even start thinking, will I find him? Will he be reachable? This guy is already reachable because it's a business. But to build attraction, okay, and that was just artists. I learned the model from artists, but I realized that model works in every corporate. No Pick and Pay, no ShopRite, no bank calls us every time to make a transaction. We call ourselves and go and make transactions. So it means we need to build businesses that are part of the value chain of whatever customers are doing. In my world, I was building a B2B business. If you are building a large corporation that works with a large amount of data, at some point you will need a data science company. And that's what I was building, a data science.
Yeah. Does this tie into the whole dream of like building Africa's Silicon Valley? Tell me about that. You know, what are you trying to do there?
So part of what we're doing now, I was giving you what we're trying to do, but that's not what we do. We do data science. But data science, before you apply data science, you talk software engineering. If you've got software guys, they know what I'm saying. What we do when we are working with PPC Cement, for example, we build a system that manages their data inside and also generates the data outside, whether it's through rewards or through whatever platform. We build a platform. It's like a portal for corporations. And as you build this corporation, a portal, then you manage the data every day. You advise the business on the customer behavior, movements of sales and point of sale, whatever. That's one client paying you whatever that you're doing. When you look at Saint-Gobain, another large corporations from Europe, whatever, we're doing similar work for them. But what we are doing is a digital transformation for large corporations. It's like we're starting a digital foundation for all these global brands. And over time, when you look at it, it's like, wow, we've built an empire and we've built a data valley. And that's what we're calling it. We're calling it data valley because everything that you're going to see going forward will depend on data. Cars are going to run on data. When you see a Tesla, that's geo-analytics. We do it here. When you see PPC or whatever factory running, a lot of products running, there's a machine generating data, understanding what and how many products are generated per minute. That's like the Silicon Valley. The new modern day businesses won't build technology that are physical, but they will build data-driven technologies. That's what we are building. Yeah. So in the future, you will find us partnering with automotive cars company, with engineering companies, with whatever. We are a billion rand company in the modern day. Everyone knows in the large, in the JSE and whatever, that's what they already know. Yeah.
Yo, I want to talk more about the actual products and the actual analytics, because I think for the just maybe like a normal ordinary person like me who didn't study data, who runs a business, who works with people. I actually also do work with data because we have all our events, we've got all our newsletters, we've got our people, our community that we're building. And I want to get into kind of like the you know, just the nitty-gritties of that. But before we do that, I just want to take a step back, right? So that moment when you realized, oh my goodness, you're inside Massmart or Pick and Pay, you're like, oh my goodness, these people are moving millions of rands per month. What went on in your head? Like, what were you thinking? How did you like get I guess the brevity to say, I'm actually going to build my own business and do what I was doing? That's question number one. Number two, I need to know how your previous boss feels about you now. What does he or she think about you right now?
Number one, the first one.
Yeah.
I was not motivated. I love money. I love money, guys. We are the same. I love money. But I was not motivated by money. I was not motivated by money, to be honest. You look at these businesses, you see big numbers. As a data science in Pick and Pay, I'm seeing numbers every day. I was not motivated by money. I was motivated by my ability and it not being recognized to its potential. Because you can see me every day coming in and you see what I'm doing. You see that I'm gifted, but you don't respect it. Every day I have to sit with, because my job as a data science in Pick and Pay, for example, is to advise buyers. Buyers are the guys who bring new business in there and put it on the shelf. My job was to advise them, when you take that product, take it on this price, because the market is moving on this. So I was like the brain behind these guys, right? But most of the time, when I'm sitting in my desk with other analysts, smart, sharp boys, we were a team of 9 that were data science for Pick and Pay. Every day I've got a data science buyers stand with me like these 4 or 5 guys arguing with me, telling me you don't know business, because they're just doing it in a funny way. I'm just saying in a funny way. But how is it that you're 4 and I'm alone and I'm beating you on your own model? Is because something is wrong. And every time when I think of those arguments and everything that I say to these guys, I'm realizing they don't understand what I'm saying. Because if I'm in the meeting and I've generated a report and I'm telling you something that is very powerful, and you take the list of the things that was powerful out of that report, you start making decisions on the only list of, and the other deep things that I talked about in that presentation, you didn't hear them. That means you don't hear what I'm saying. That's where my hunger was, because I'm saying things that people don't hear. Then I changed jobs. Pick and Pay, I stayed 2 years, but in other jobs, I was staying 6 months. I'm staying 6 months because I'm feeling like this is not me producing enough. This is not me respecting, not living up to my full potential. I just realized, you know what, I will never be respected here. It's not for people. There are people, I reached a point where I said there are 2 types of people. Either you are a visionary and you have a new vision, or you are a vision maintainer. If you are a vision maintainer, stick to that and manage the vision that is already there. But if you are a visionary like me, you will never be respected, because whatever you are speaking about, it's yet to come. People don't respect that. They don't respect what's yet to come when you are working. They respect you for what you are doing now. So if you go and manage and type, they respect you for typing. They respect you for speaking nice. They respect you for your nice English, right? But if you are speaking things that are about to come in 6 months, you're talking theory to them.
Oh my goodness.
So
listen,
I was empty.
Should
I answer the second one? The second one, I don't know how they're feeling. I don't know how they're feeling, but I'm sure they're proud of me, because I told them, you know who I was? Like, I would tell you this is what I'm going to do. I even told the senior buyer, the owner of buyers, like the manager of all buyers in Pick and Pay. I told him, this is what I'm going to do. And in 4 years, I'll be running a large corporation. And I told a friend of mine, Jack, he was in my team. I told him, 2021, I'm going to be a multi-millionaire. He organized it. He sent me a meeting request in 2015 for 2021. I was so specific in what I was going to do. But obviously it was vision. People don't respect visions.
Oh my goodness. Jeez, man. Have you picked up the call though to say, listen, I can still like to take them on as a client?
They need my service. Whether they come now or they come later, you know who's gonna be had, because my price increases every day. My price increases every day. Whether they come today or they come next year, that's bad, because remember now, these large corporations are calling me to say, how do we work together? So if I'm working with large corporations like TransUnion, like others that I can't mention because still on the pipeline, I'm now on a different level. If I was charging 5 million or 1 million to do a certain service, now I charge 20 million for the same thing.
Wow, man. Thanks. Listen, I want us to open up for people to ask you questions. I know I can't just be the only one asking these questions. Some of them have been coming through. People are feeling you already. They're excited. Oh, goodness. I see some girl on Ndlovu, Mr. Bank, the best. Did you work with her at some point?
I work with Sammy. Sammy, she knows she lives in the office because
Nice.
we have to build a sustainable. You know, Samu, right? Very big,
Yeah.
1.5 million following, very huge brand. So when we are sitting together, we're talking, how can we maximize your brand, make it powerful? And these are people that I work with, and yeah, and we run a lot of campaigns in analytics. So yeah.
Nice, nice. If you've got a question, you're more than welcome to drop it in so that we can get it answered by Mr. Banks himself. If you've just joined us, welcome and thank you for taking the time to hang out with us. If you don't know already, Talifani, I don't know where you've been living, but us in the social media world have been here for a while and we've been following your journey. And I hear this quite a lot on some of your interviews. People say, hey, I've been following you for a while. How does that feel? Do you feel like you at a point, like, how does it feel? Like, I just want the feeling of like success, the feeling of making money, the feeling of people wanting you. How does that feel?
I don't feel anything. I used to sit with Samu and Tando and many other guys who are celebrities, and I used to ask myself, how do they feel? But if it's happening to me, if it's happening to me, I don't feel it because in my mind, I'm just a hustler. I can stay anywhere and I'll still do transactions. Whether you take everything from me, I live this, I breathe this. When you come with a problem, I solve it. Any problem in this world, I've mastered my quadrant, and I'm just growing and getting better every day. Some people probably are winning big now, and it's like, for me, it's forever. If I'm going to win big, it's forever. And it's not a trendy thing.
Wow, man. Sure. So Fortunate is asking, I need help in maximizing myself as a brand. Geez, what advice do you have for her there?
Yeah, your brand needs to, when we say Samu, we know already it's money. She's expensive, right? When we say her now, what do we know about? So we need to build that recognition. We need to build that value. So you must be known for something. What I can say before talking about building your brand, when you are building your brand, don't think about money. Don't think about what am I here for? What's my assignment? What am I here to fulfill? Because your assignment is your money. Your gift shall make a room for you. Me, I make my money through my thing. My brain works. Let me be honest with you. When I'm in that boardroom, however you're going to break it down, I know what you're saying and I hear you. And I'm going to solve your problem, spark out. That's my advantage because no question comes in that boardroom and I can't answer it. That means I'm going to walk out with a deal. So that's my talent. What's your talent? When you are thinking about yourself, you say, okay, my talent is to sew. I can sew. So when you are thinking of building a brand, build your brand in sewing. Build your brand in sewing and teaching people how to sew because you become valuable in what you are known to do. I'm Mr. Banks because whatever I'm going to do will make money. Everybody that I've worked with have made money. And it's always that I use my mind to make the money, not the other way around.
How do you build a business or a like community, like small business runway?
Easy work, right? So in my mind, in my world, I'm building a small business runaway. Who is my target market? Who do I want to talk to? And who do I want? As much as we can say it's everybody, it's not everyone, because not all of them will be interested. Our mothers in Texas rank won't be interested. Who is our target market? What do they do? Where are they found? What are they doing? Once I realize that it's people who do sewing, people who are in technology, people who love marketing agencies, my communication and whatever I'm doing is talking only to those people. And I'm trying every day to make sure I help this guy become successful. You become successful by helping others. I became successful in this thing by doing things for free for people until it turned out to money. So if I'm saying, if you are a small business runaway and you say, no, Telcom. I've got people who are in small business and whatever, but if you can come and choose your favorite person, whatever, if they can, and you just give them, even if it's 10,000, even if it's 5,000, I'll be very much happy. I'll be doing whatever it takes to show small business that I can give you opportunities. But the moment I start getting opportunities for small business, even if it's 1 or 2 or 3, you will see a queue. So as soon as I get a queue, it means I'm valuable. I increase my price. But if I'm chasing, it means I'm doing something wrong. Something I'm doing that is not enticing anybody to be around me. Whatever I was doing was helping people make money. I'm saying that if you meet a Mr. Banks in 2017 and you are an artist, you wanted to be associated with him, I promise you. Because he's going to make sure you get your deal signed, and he's going to make sure that he gets you money. The Funny Chef, when you think about the Funny Chef, I built the whole brand behind the scene, made him money. Within a year, you only see Funny Chef making so much money. Who's signing those deals and who's speaking behind it? There's only one Mr. Banks.
Manja, what's your price now for small businesses? Is there a package for small businesses?
Yeah. I don't even know how much to charge anymore, because remember, that time, 2019, I probably would have charged you 5,000, right? But 5,000 is my consultation. I don't even know how to charge, but what I can say is we can work together. If you can meet me halfway and you say, no, me, I've got 15,000. I want you to help me build this, do this. Even if it's 3 months, I can, as much as you are showing interest to working with us, I can do whatever it takes. Remember, like working with me, you are not only working with my thoughts and my mind. I already have built a channel. I've built a network. I can call a Samkelo to be your influencer. I can call whoever. I've got all networks around me. Whoever, and it's just a call away to build your business. Okay, so if I now, from next week, start talking about your business, from next week, the whole month, next week, do you know that you're on a different quadrant? If I start talking about your business on LinkedIn, you're done. Agree or not?
Where do I sign up for that?
No, I'm just giving you an example. But what I can say is I'm willing to help as much as I can. But let's meet each other halfway. My expenses are also getting high. As much as I'm making money, I'm also paying a lot of money. Guys need bonuses, guys need promotion, and all of these things. So as much as I'm making this money, it's also going out. So let's trade. What I can say is, if you meet me halfway, I'll play my part. And people who know me know I'm honest in my business. I've always been doing it right. From day one, even when I was broke, I was always doing good business. Yeah.
Okay, we definitely having a conversation after this. But in any case, okay, so that was just obviously for me when I'm Mr. Banks. But Jonga, people are asking questions here, and I want to try and get them answered. Somebody says, when did you know to leave your business? When did you know to leave, your job, to go into full-time business?
We call it craving. When you are waking up every day and somebody does not respect you enough that they respect your service, you just get tired. You get tired and the new craving develops. So I had a craving of, as much as I was not sure, but I had a craving. I know my mind works. Like that's, I'm coming from a very disadvantaged home. Like I'm from, okay, not very disadvantaged. Louis Fisher is not disadvantaged. Yeah. But in that community, I'm the only one who went to university, right? In my school. Obviously, there's a war school, there's others. But if I'm the only one who's going to university in my school, and in that university, I get to outperform many people who are coming from private school. And now I'm coming to corporate, and I'm coming with models that, even if they don't respect it, I know this is what they need. Maybe after 2 months, a manager, he comes with a presentation and he presents whatever I was talking about 2 months ago, as if it's the new stuff and it's respected. I'm aware of what is going on. And some of my work, obviously, in corporate, when I'm doing, I can see that was smart, that was sharp. My last job was in AutoZone, and in AutoZone, I was reporting to the CEO of AutoZone. I didn't have a manager. So how am I reporting to the CEO of AutoZone at 27 in 2017? You tell me. It's because this sharp boy, young boy, probably is young and everything, but he's sharp. You know, he's got something. So I'm aware of that, but I'm also aware that I'm not living up to my full potential. And already from 2012 already, to be honest, I had already asked myself whether I want a PhD or a business. So from 2012, I had already have my answer. I don't want a PhD.
Yeah. Where do you get the data, Tali? Is it from, I don't know, R&D? Is it software? Is it your, you know, there's this stats that you get from like about Facebook, on Twitter. Do you use that as a sample stats to then like pan out stuff for your clients? Where do you get this data from? Or how do you like, yeah, okay.
There are three types of data that we usually work with. The first one is point of sales data. Is they call it POS data. It's within the company. The company's data, whatever from sales or from whatever that is coming in within the company. Remember, these are large corporations and they have a large amount of data. That's one set type of data. We partnered with TransUnion, so we have Beru data, credit data. And then the third data is the external data. External data is the digital media data. Twitter, we have got APIs. We can scrap the data. We can tell you the sentiment of what people feel about your product or your brand or your words. We can tell you how people feel based on their words and comments because we use Python modeling to understand people's sentiments, behavior. So there are different types of data sets, but based on the model we're trying to find, we will incorporate different types of data. If we need external data and internal data,